This is Boxing Talk 8576. I want to talk about Adrien, the problem Broner. Adrien Broner, to me, he doesn't display the discipline to me to be able to go up against these dogs that's coming. Well, there's already there at 140 and at 147. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But Adrien Broner, a couple years ago, Adrien Broner was labeled the next Floyd Mayweather. He was, doing his thing at 130, 135. He was knocking those guys out. He gained a couple titles. I thought that he was, he had nice strength, nice speed, that he had the ability and the physicality to overpower a lot of those guys at 130. Then he jumped up. Well, he had a really good display against Antonio DeMarco, when he just undressed him. That was a nice fight. He just hit him with just about anything he wanted to hit him with. His arsenal of punches were great that night. And then he moved up to 147 pounds to fight Paulie Malignaggi. That, to me, that was supposed to be his coming out party, because he was supposed to go up there and show out. He's supposed to do the same thing he did against Antonio DeMarco, in my opinion. That's why I believe that he had in mind, and his team had in mind, that he was going to show out against Paulie, win the 147-pound belt, and then have a pay-per-view fight. But that fight was real close. People said, a lot of people said, some people said he lost, some people said he won. But overall, people were not satisfied with his performance, because Paulie has a nice jab, but Paulie does not have power. We all understand that. Then he fought then he fought Maidana. Got beat up by Maidana, got dropped a couple times, got embarrassed. Then he came, had a couple fights in between there. Then he fought Sean Porter at a catch weight of 144, I believe. Sean Porter beat him decisively, in my opinion. Some people said he did good in the fight. Then because he dropped Porter in the last round, that didn't make up for the other 11 rounds. And then people want to come up with excuses that he wasn't in shape and all that. To me, that's no excuse. You're a fighter. You train and paid to fight. You got to train and get ready for the fight, and you're paid handsomely for the fight. No reason why you should come in the fight not physically, mentally ready to fight. So that's not even an excuse for me. I'm a no excuse guy. I don't deal with that excuse stuff. You in the ring, you're ready to fight, in my opinion. Now he's went down to 140, which he skipped 140. Now he's at 140, and it's just too many matchups at 140 to me that are bad for him. Especially Victor Postal. That guy got a great jab, 5'11". He's going to be a handful for anybody at 140. Then you got Terrence Crawford, very talented, dynamic fighter, all-around fighter, the best talent at 140, in my opinion. Doesn't mean he's going to beat everybody at 140. He has the best talent. You still have Ruslan Provodnikov, physical fighter. One of the kind of fighters that Broner lost to was Marcus Maidana, and Ruslan has that same style. Until Adrien Broner, his style is to stay there. He want to sit on his punches because he want to try to get you out of there. He wants to try to punch hard, and in doing that, you can't sit in front of a puncher the way he did against Maidana. That's why he got destroyed against Maidana, because he sat right there in front of him. And Adrien Broner just don't have no foot movement. He doesn't move in the ring to be able to avoid these power punches. And Ruslan, that's a bad matchup for him too. You got Lucas Matisse, who just lost, so I don't know how Lucas Matisse gonna be with his comeback. Jesse Vargas is an alright boxer. Broner can beat Jesse Vargas, in my opinion. Mauricio Herrera, very awkward style, gave Danny all the problems he want. He gave a lot of fighters all the problems they want. He beat Hank Lundy. So Mauricio can fight. He can handle himself. So that will be a tough fight with Adrien Broner. That's a 50-50 fight. Then Jose Benavidez. I don't know too much about him. I hear a lot of people say he can fight. And then Antonio or Zach, whatever his name is. I don't know him. I got to look at some film on him. But 140 is just dogs at 140. He's in no man's land. Then if you go to 147, you got Kell Brook, Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan, Tim Bradley, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Saddam Ali, Danny Garcia, or Spence, Diego Chavez. Man, Adrien Broner has to mentally get sharper, and he has to come in shape. He has to fight more because he's one of those fighters that blow up in between fights. You see him get guts and he blows up to like 160 something pounds. This guy has to stay in the ring. If he's not actively fighting 4 times a year or actively fighting, he cannot beat a Victor Posto. He can't beat a Crawford. He's not going to beat a Miramon. That's another guy at 140. That guy, to me, is probably talent-wise the second best fighter at 140. Adrien Broner got some problems, man. You know, he's Adrien the Problem Broner. Anybody can get it, but he's going to get it. He can get it at 140 and 147. Let me know what you think about Adrien Broner competing at 140 pounds. Leave the comments below. This is Boxing Talk 8576. I'm out.